What if we win? What if the Supreme Court throws out the Obamacare subsidies that are not contracted through a state exchange? Totally demolish Obamacare, and then what do we do? We better start preparing for that. Now, right after the court decides it, if we do win, 6.5 million people are going to be screaming like crazy because they are in states with only federal exchanges, and therefore if the court decides in our favor, they'll be stripped of their Obamacare subsidies. They can't afford the plans, they'll lose their coverage. And they're going to raise hell, and they're going to want the governors of their states, even though they're Republicans, to sign on to creating state exchanges so they can get their subsidies. And we better have an alternative for them. Now, one alternative, sponsored by Orrin Hatch, senator from Utah, is to sort of go back to square one and design an entirely new Obamacare system. But that is going to be such a long and tedious process with vetoes and filibusters and all kinds of stuff. And the pressure in the meantime will be enormous on these governors to short-circuit the process and simply sign a one-sentence bill saying Oklahoma now has a state exchange. Love and kisses, now you can get your subsidy. There's been a better approach that's being proposed by some opponents of Obamacare, which says leave it up to the states. States that want full-fledged Obamacare can do it as long as they have a state exchange, and they can set one up now. States that don't want any Obamacare and want to go back to what it was before can do that. You turn over regulation of health care insurance back to the state insurance departments, let them make the rules and let them enforce them. And the taxes that are being used to fund Obamacare are no longer going to be applicable to those states. And the third group would be some hybrid that each state could design on its own. That's the best system. First of all, you can probably get it passed much more easily, maybe fairly quickly. And secondly, it's a very hard argument to resist to let each state make its own decision. And then we're going to look at the states that go for Obamacare and the states that went for nothing and look at how their economies do, how their jobs do, how their tax levels do, and all the points we've been making about Obamacare hurting the economy will become self-evident. Thanks for watching.